Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Yes, sir.
Better left unsaid.
Back in full effect, man.
I go by the name of Shawn. After he's talking, fucking cracking shit over my name, I'm Shawn.
I'm Cash, man. Back in episode 5, man. What we talking about? We getting into?
We get into a little bit of music today, man, because one of the greatest, performers of our generation, probably one of the greatest artists as well of our generation.
Okay.
Yeah, dropped the album. We don't do album reviews. It just happened that she just dropped the album.
Yeah, we can't let this happen without discussing. You know what I mean? Because this was a woman's holiday. Let's keep it 100. This was, National Beyonce Day, National Beehive Day, whatever you want to call it.
It definitely is.
Renaissance, part 1 of 3 acts.
Part 1 of 3 acts.
This was like House Dance Act 1. So she dropped the album. So what's your... Well, do we want to talk about that one? Do we want to talk about her the impact over her?
I'd rather talk about the overall because, fuck around.
It wasn't for me. I mean,
it was not for...
I'm sure gay people and women had their enjoyment with it.
Definitely. But it wasn't just like for our group and for what we listened to necessarily. It wasn't...
Yeah.
I don't think it really impacted us. Don't get me wrong. I think like sonically it sounded good. Production was great. All of that. But it just...
I listened to it. I mean, it was some good songs on there. I ain't gonna lie, but
I've heard a few good songs, but it's just not something I'm gonna go and be like, yo, let's bump this out. Maybe if I'm out somewhere and it's playing, cool, but it ain't my thing.
All right, cool. So let's talk about Beyonce's impact total. What's the topic on her? What we
I mean, there's a few. Beyonce. I think. Let's just talk about this, right? Like,
okay.
Let's just talk about her impact on music. Period. Do you think she's had like a super huge impact, or she's been impacted by more people and just kind of brought it out to light?
What you mean?
Because to me, like I don't see who else do you see like mimicking Beyonce?
Mimicking Beyonce?
Yeah, because like a lot of these like, and I mean I'm just asking the question. Like, do you see a lot of people mimicking Beyonce? You like how like there's somebody that like rappers wise, right?
Yeah.
You got a rapper that's here, and then you got a bunch of people that's like sound like him, try to do things like them, like that. But do you see one of those like Beyonce?
Yeah, I would say probably quite a few. Shit.
Okay.
Holly Normani probably does try to do that. I'm see some in SZA.
Okay. I mean, of course, Chloe.
All those performers. Yeah, Chloe Haley, Tiana Taylor, anybody that has like. That wants to include like that performance aspect and the visuals, the experience, and all that. Yeah, I think that's all Beyonce imitation. If you're being honest, I just think it's hard to see the exact similarities because nobody's as good as it.
Okay.
As her, but yeah, hell yeah. What you trying to say?
No. It was just simply a question. It's simply a question.
Okay.
Because I know like a lot of people have always said about the Beyonce thing, like, hey, if Aaliyah was here, I don't necessarily believe that. Just because, I mean, I like Aaliyah, but I mean, you've seen the conversation where if Aaliyah was here, Beyonce wouldn't be who Beyonce was.
I mean, I just think that's the point. I mean, people just love to argue. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Argue, debate. I don't know. It's no solid standing foundation to even make that statement. It's two different artists. I mean, they coexisted at one point. Of course, Aaliyah was a superstar. Late 90s, early 2000s. Yep. Beyonce was just getting her start as far as like a solo act back then. So who knows? I mean, ain't no telling. That's like when people like if Tupac was alive with nobody rapping like this. We don't know.
Very true.
We don't know. It's different when you get a chance to age. That's the thing, man. When you get a chance to age, you see a difference in people. Like that's why people give Kanye and Jay-Z all this credit because you see what the fuck Lil Wayne looking like.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
It is. I completely agree. Yeah. I mean, Beyonce's longevity in the game, starting from the Destiny's Child to just like really blowing up and continue to
That's
blow
what I'm saying.
I mean, Destiny's Child was a big movement at one point too.
Hell yeah.
They were huge.
If we're being honest, that's probably Beyonce's the only real comparison to Michael Jackson. Now, it's not fair to Beyonce because Michael Jackson's a different stratosphere, but I'm talking about in terms of career, reputation, revere. Like to set the bar for women, Beyonce is the bar. Rihanna and Beyonce.
Okay. All right. So speaking of when you say Michael Jackson, right?
Okay.
They both started off in the group.
Yes.
And then they went on to have the solo careers,
Correct.
right?
Just as successful, if not more successful.
Okay. Who do you think had just the best? Don't get me wrong. Like it was a different time, of course.
Okay.
I mean, like you said, we all know who MJ is. He's way up here.
Yeah.
But who do you say is like career, like their second half of their career just like took off better and just was like made it a little bit better?
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I think Michael Jackson was the most famous man on the planet. He was more famous than Jesus.
He was. I agree. Okay.
I think Beyonce's her sales have declined. It's not like she's releasing a whole lot of solo music.
And I think music sales in general have declined.
It
but
wasn't doing that with Michael Jackson. Know what I'm saying if that's the question. I'm just saying you can't.
Nearly sold 500 million.
Adele sold 800,000. So don't talk to me about album sales declining. If Adele can sell 800,000 first week,
where y'all at, Beehive?
So that's all I'm saying.
Beehive, where y'all at?
So when people talk about music sales going down, no. Drake just sold 600,000 his first week with Certified Lover Boy. Kanye did like 400,000 like 5 days. So come on, I don't want to hear that. If the music ain't good, the numbers show it. So whoever supports Beyonce, she ain't MJ. You know what I'm saying? She is way above Chris Brown. So y'all can stop that Michael Jackson Chris Brown comparison. That's one thing I will say. Y'all can cut that shit out.
I think when they say that, I think it's more because I mean personally, in my comparison, it's more like the performing aspect.
It's not a comparison in any sense.
I mean, dancing wise, yeah.
No, it's not.
I understand that.
You can narrow it down to specific things. Michael Jackson is not Michael Jackson just because he can dance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So nobody would care about Chris Brown if he was just a good dancer. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So when people be like, well, they try to compare it. No, it's not about a specific skill set. It's about you as an artist, you as a performer, your reputation, all the above. So cut it out.
Okay, fair enough.
Keep Chris Brown out of Michael Jackson's sentences.
Sheesh. All right.
Cut it out.
Okay, fair enough. When you look at like Beyonce's career and like her solo albums and whatnot, do you have this new album ranked high in her solo act?
Or do you?
No. I mean, and maybe I need to go back and listen to it more, but personally, like, don't get me wrong, I don't sit here and just listen to Beyonce. I don't.
I hope not.
Yeah, that's just not my thing. But I mean, I've listened to pretty much a lot of Beyonce's albums. We all have, but it's not up there for me personally. And maybe just because of the sound. I'm not a fan of that sound right there coming from that. Just this album. I'm not even gonna say the sound. The album, I'm just not a fan of.
I mean, the question wouldn't be for me. I think this may have been the only Beyonce album I've ever heard from start to finish. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't listen to Beyonce. I listen to her hits. I might skim through an album, but yeah, I've never listened to a Beyonce album from start to finish.
I probably haven't either, but I've listened to a ton of songs from all the albums.
I mean, So if I'm judging albums, I would just have to look through the track list and be like, oh, there's 4 or 5 songs I like here.
Mm-hmm.
This only has 2 I like, so this album be better. But that's not necessarily true. And I ain't listen to the whole thing.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I don't listen to Beyonce. So.
Where does Beyonce rank amongst the greats though?
What you mean?
Greats, like like when you have you got the Michaels, the Princes, the Whitneys, the Mariah Careys. Those are like those top tier. Where do you think they rank at?
I mean, I think that's tough because I have to think about that. I mean, I think there's just an entire class above Beyonce, but I think the way people would receive her now in this current generation may inflate her career a little bit because we weren't there to see a lot of the impact of these previous people.
Yeah, so, of course. Like, we weren't there when people were passing off Michael Jackson.
And not even, I'm saying, because Michael Jackson's, that impact was still felt when we was kids, so we still here. But I'm talking about a lot of people act like Prince isn't Prince.
Okay.
I mean, Prince was literally in direct competition with Michael Jackson. You know how big you have to be to do that.
He was. To the point like people now have to say between Michael Jackson and Prince, who was
exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, definitely.
I wasn't here for Mariah Carey's prime or Whitney Houston's prime. People act like those are 2 of the greatest singers ever.
Very true. Some of the greatest voices ever. So yeah,
I wasn't there for their prime, so I don't know what they was doing in the 90s and 80s. I mean,
okay, I
wasn't listening to that type of music, so I don't know. I mean, the appropriate comparison would probably be Drake. I mean, I think Drake might be Beyonce's equivalent. Drake and Rihanna. And Rihanna, yeah.
Okay, especially in this generation and this time, yeah, I think I agree with you.
Like Kanye.
I'm about to say, well, would you put like a Kanye in that part too? Yeah,
I think Kanye it's probably a bigger. Yeah, Kanye's probably a bigger artist than Beyonce.
You think so?
He would have to be. He would have to be.
Tough. I'm not sure. I'm not
sure.
He
would have to be a big artist, bro. He has more classics. He has.
In terms of who though?
In terms of consensus, in terms of your genre, how many classic albums would Beyonce be considered for her genre? We would have to get somebody else on this to with a little bit more music knowledge of Beyonce, because I mean, you have to go through Beyonce's albums and check like, hey, this was classic, this was not, and see what the consensus say. Because I don't think we listen enough to Beyonce to say that she does or does not have classics, or would say which is a classic or not. It's not about our opinion. That's why it's called a classic. Consensus.
Okay.
This is how people judge it in your genre. So I mean, she don't even outsell Rihanna. Rihanna got like 40 number ones. Beyonce ain't got like less than probably like 20 of them. Like, it's different. It's a different tier. So it's tough.
Okay.
But yeah, Kanye would have to be bigger. Man, just outsold her in 5 days. On the album it was a gospel album, for God's sakes.
Is it still listed on the gospel? We gotta check that out.
Huh? Yes. He won all the awards. He just won an award. BET gospel album, so.
That's because he black down count. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, man. So you asked the question, and I'm gonna let you handle it, because I just want more clarification, man.
Okay.
You know, you asked us a question about, you know, what our parents write about our generation of music, and you know, they say a lot of things about our music.
Yeah. So
I want you to just expound on that so I can just give you the proper answer.
Well, we all heard old people say this new stuff is trash, right?
Very, very much so.
This ain't music. This ain't this ain't the type of stuff I grew up on. Why are you listening to that?
Very true.
The words is crazy. They're foul. They don't make no sense. You can't even understand what they're saying. All of this stuff, right?
Okay.
I just want to give an apology to my mother, my grandmother, and all my elders. You are absolutely correct.
Oh, okay.
Now this is about 10 years too late, because I will say, early 2000s. Yeah, watch your mouth.
Please.
All right, Grandma.
Almost up to 2010, almost.
Yeah, watch your mouth, Grandma. But 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, you might have been on this.
Especially 2022, that shit.
You might have been on this. The music stinks.
Agreed.
The kids are disrespectful.
Extremely.
The kids have no sense of direction
at all.
They're following some of the worst advisors in U.S. history. Some of the worst advice. I mean, just look at the presidents that they had. Damn the rappers. Look at the politicians that have been around since they've been around. Society. Look at the trends. Look at the stuff that's trending. Do y'all remember the girl was going around licking ice cream? She was taking the top off
and licking
ice cream.
Hold on, even that. You remember when they was going around the supermarket sucking cucumbers?
Listen, the cucumber challenge.
That shit was.
I remember the cinnamon challenge. Who was taking a scoop of cinnamon and folks was choking? Boom game.
Like, First of all, somebody should have.
No, he got his jaw broke and he went to God. That's literally what happened. He changed his whole name and everything.
Yeah. I mean,
he's a nice Christian gentleman now.
He had no choice.
So I do want to send a sincere apology to my elders. This generation absolutely stinks. Now, I'm not responsible for this, because this is Gen Z that's going on.
Gen Z is disgusting.
So watch your tone.
You know, millennials from 83.
Millennials, you know what I'm saying?
83, I think 97, something like that.
But yeah, this is everything is fake. Everything is constructed for cameras. Everything has to be recorded.
Everything. You can't even have a good time without.
Nothing is genuine. Everything is a debate, an argument. Somebody got to be wrong in every situation. Nobody understands anybody's perspective and don't want to listen to nothing. We just seen a young lady.
Okay. Oh man. Oh gosh.
And I want you to post this picture, because I need y'all to hold this young lady accountable. I don't give a damn what the comments say. They saying we too mean on her. No, she deserves to be in prison.
You talking about that one? Oh gosh.
A young lady who happens to be an aspiring rapper.
We know who to blame for her too.
She was in college. She was at a pretty prestigious school, a very respected HBCU.
HBCU, yeah, at that.
She graduated and got a master's in education, something around that.
Yeah. So, well, before that, congratulations for doing that.
Congratulations.
Go ahead, do you?
But also shame on you.
Extreme shame.
She took her graduation photos. As we know, if you went to college, there's a thing. It's a culture where you take graduation photos. Either you post them before or after, whenever the ceremony is.
And some people do it in front of the mascot of the school. You know, most schools have like statues.
It's got like a wolf or a coyote or something.
Whatever you got over there. You know, it's maybe a snake or something. Yeah. You know,
nice little suit. The suit she chose was a birthday suit. If you're unfamiliar, that's an older term. She decided to show up in no clothing,
ass naked,
with a very passionate caption that encapsulated how she's always been judged for the way she dressed, and everybody always assumed she was something different than what she was. Was she really wanted to make a point
that she was what she thought she was?
Exactly. Everything that they thought she was is exactly what you.
And we blame Megan for that. Megan a fucking stallion, bro. Fucking just walking around with a fucking the tassel hat cap on, nigga shaking the ass and shit, and that's what you do.
Like this: Hood Rich Pablo 1 is arrested. Young Thug is arrested. Gunna is arrested. The entire YSL. I don't understand why Megan Thee Stallion is walking around free for the crimes she has caused to women, humanity.
Bro, she deserves the RICO charge.
But it's not about her right now. No. This is about an apology, a sincere apology to my parents. Everything y'all said this generation was going to be and was. And y'all saw when there was little kids running around. Y'all did. There was little kids running around. They said got no respect for your elders.
A little fast ass little, yeah. Here's one thing I will say though, right? Okay. There's a few things where, because I agree with you, music sucks, all of that, right? In terms of music, certain things like pointing out specifics was kind of tough, right? Talk about the lyrics, right?
All right.
Let's get back to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you take it back to like Uncle Luke.
Okay.
Lyrics were ridiculous.
Correct.
Don't stop, pop that pussy. All of that. Right. You know? So the lyrics, you know, kind of hit or miss with that. You know what I'm saying? No, don't get me wrong. It's a little bit more disrespectful now. But I mean,
well, I think go ahead. I'll let you.
Some of those things.
Get your shit off.
That's one of the things where I don't necessarily disagree with. I mean, I disagree with that point because I feel like those lyrics were still stand on. But now,
if that's how you feel,
yeah, that's all. That's pretty much all I disagree with because I do agree with the point of music stinks now, especially like in terms of R&B. That shit sucks. That shit is horrible, honestly.
Well, how much time we got?
We got 5.
Well, first, let me respond to your point. So you use an example as Uncle Luke, right? Are there any other examples that you have that come to mind?
There's a few others, but they're a little like, you know what I'm saying, Akinelli, you know, with the put it in your mouth.
No, I'm talking about as far as artists.
Artist-wise?
That say that type of stuff on a regular basis.
No. I just wanted to point out that like one of them because that was such a popular.
No, I want to know are there more that you can point to from that era? That's what I'm saying.
From that era, that was just so in that realm. Not necessarily. No.
It's just anything along the lines of the point you was making. Like
no. That was just that was one of them. Just because I pointed that one out, just because it was so popular. That was it. Okay. But yeah, other than that, there wasn't a bunch of them. It wasn't as many as it is now. Just
so that was my point. Yeah. So how can you compare a single group to an entire era where that's the majority of songs that are being played and the lyrics that are being used, right?
Okay.
If I was to ask you to say somebody that raps like that now, we would have several examples. We have City Girls. we would have Megan Thee Stallion. We would have Cardi B. We would have Nicki Minaj. We would have Future. We would have Lil Wayne. We would have all these rappers, right? Everybody. We would have Chief Keef, King Von, Lil Durk.
But see, their lyrical content was slightly different from what Uncle Luke and them was talking about. So I gave it to you on the City Girls, even like Megan Thee Stallion. And there's some dudes that I can probably point out, but like that content was strictly sexual based. Let's talk about like other people, like some of the people you named was more of the drug induced, like the violent induced. Now some of these other ones, they are sexual based. But I was speaking strictly off that Uncle Luke. And I mean, if you take it back, right? I was listening to how much time we got real quick. Alright, real quick. So I was listening to, I think, who was it? It was like, I forgot what it's called. It was the song Love Train, right?
Okay.
Alright. You listen to the lyrics because my mom's been listening to it, right?
Okay.
They was talking about, the dude was talking about, yo, he trying to get a girl. He trying to go over Shorty's house. Okay. But she already got to do it all the way over there. They just said it differently. You know, she's like,
that's the point, right?
It's like, yo, he pointed out, yo, you I know you outside, kind of a hoe. I still want to come over there. It's 2 a.m., but you got somebody over there. Just let me know when they going.
Okay. What's your point?
They're talking about the same thing. It's just different the way they say it.
All right, so you basically just made the point in your last statement, right? We always want, first of all, this applies to anything. It's not about what you say. It's always how you say it, right?
Completely agree.
Nobody said there wasn't disrespectful people back in the day. Nobody said the lyrics wasn't filthy back in the day. Nobody said the lyrics weren't about sex. Nobody said they wasn't doing drugs. Nobody said any of these things. Mm-hmm. What we're saying is the blatant level usage of blatant profanity, sexual, explicit, innuendo. All of this is super direct. It's not meant for healthy human consumption. It's not. It's unhealthy.
It's not healthy?
It's not healthy. Everybody know your parent, your mom, or whoever was having her thing going on. Okay. That doesn't mean she was blatantly twerking in front of you.
Okay.
We see that online all the time. So much to the point they have a debate about, why can't a child that has a stripper mom, why can't they see her dancing on a pole in front of her? I'm just saying that's the type of conversation that's going on.
I don't follow those people on Twitter, but that's wild. That's wild. Why would you want your child to be out here and seeing Listen. I say, telling your son like, why can't you be out there with your dad selling dope?
Listen, we just seen some rappers, the mother of his child had their 2-3-year-old son in the club with them while she doing all this smoking, whatever they was doing. The point is, it's just a different generation. I've been in a club where they had a little 3-year-old girl running around with them while they're in the section. So it's just a certain level of cool. If some people might champion that, they say, hey, don't hide nothing from this, the real world going on. But it creates a lot of problematic issues when you expose children to adult things too soon.
Way too soon. I think
that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that. I completely agree with that because it's disgusting. I've seen it too.
I've seen it too. Even to your point, Uncle Luke wouldn't be as accessible back then as the whoever's rapping like that today is.
No, he'd be way more successful now. I mean, remember
I said accessible.
Oh,
accessible.
Okay. Well,
like,
when I was gonna say
you couldn't just go on the internet and listen to Uncle Luke or watch his videos. BET had a certain time they used to play.
First of all, videos. they changed up the whole thing for him where he had to put parental advisory on his albums. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this generation's lost. Look, Gen Z. I pray for y'all.
Shit, they tried the FBI was on NWA when they came out because they wasn't feeling that
that fuck the police did it.
Now that's the only thing that's in.
Every song, fuck 12.
Rest in peace to Tupac, but you know you're wrong for that fuck you bitch and that click you claim. That's neither here nor there. No, you wrong.
I got a question for you, bro.
What's good?
Right now, at this very moment, who would you say has like the greatest, like right now? Mm-hmm. Not overall, not whatever. Right now.
Right now.
Who has like the greatest impact on music right now?
Right now, as far as 2022, or
let's just say 2022.
Because
you can do the 2010s, all of that. You know.
This, I would say, probably say Kendrick probably had the biggest impact on 2022.
You think so?
Yeah, I'd probably say Kendrick had the biggest impact artist wise. Let me see. Yeah, can't really. Bad Bunny. I'm tripping. Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Okay.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Because
Bad Bunny. Yeah, for sure.
And you hear a bunch of Spanish music out now. You hear a bunch of Spanish everything out.
Yeah, I would definitely say between Bad Bunny and it'll be a double, a 4-way tie actually, between Bad Bunny, Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Tim's.
Tim's, yes, yeah.
Solely because,
especially Burna Boy. I mean,
because right now they're trying to make it. Well, they're not trying to make it. They're become so big, like the hip hop genre is even trying to latch on to
that. Yeah, of course.
So yeah, probably between them.
I'll definitely say that especially I agree with the like Bad Bunny and then the Burna Boy, Tim's, Wizkid. Cause I'll be honest with you, I've never seen so many Africans that I know was African. There's women out here that's all of a sudden now you wearing a Nigerian flag. You ain't never been nowhere close to that ever in your life. You just happen to be like dark skin. Like it's cool. That's cool. That's fine. But now all of a sudden you African, you don't speak like that. You don't talk like that. You don't know nothing about it.
Speak like what?
I'm saying you don't have an accent. You don't speak any other language. All your whole family is from Mississippi.
Okay. That don't mean they can't That don't mean they can't claim their heritage.
Bro,
their lineage.
Their heritage and lineage ain't that.
How you know?
We didn't ask questions.
That's your word. That's your word. I will say I have not seen as many people excited for a tour as Burna Boy. They was going crazy over Burna Boy.
And I've heard nothing but they said it was the greatest thing ever. But
facts. And mind you, a lot of people are touring right now.
A lot of people.
Chris Brown, Lil Baby,
The Weeknd.
Mm-hmm. Kendrick is on tour.
Yeah, he is. He just had a show like a week ago or something like that.
Yeah. So.
No, that Burna Boy sold out.
That Burna Boy been crazy. Folks been tripping over Burna Boy.
He's a great artist, though.
I like Burna Boy.
Yeah, he's a great artist.
I definitely say that's the impact right now. That the sound has been shifting to more of like a foreign sound. I'll say, regardless of like what country or whatever. But yeah.
Okay. Like, all right. Who is some of your favorite artists? Like, outside the phone. Who are like some of your favorite artists that you would listen to right now?
Outside of what?
Outside of like your top ones that you're gonna listen to regardless, like some of the newer ones that you listen to.
I gotta look at my playlist. Who do I listen to, man?
Burna Boy's on the list for me. He's new. Same, few other people. ESTG because I want to hear about shooting people and selling drugs.
I like Rod Wave.
I've had to kind of catch that. I haven't.
New artists? Shit. I don't know.
Do they consider Kodak a new artist?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I just was listening to somebody else. I said it was fine. Well, 42 Doug. I like 42 Doug.
I don't like his voice. That shit's annoying.
I'm excited for it if he does, whenever he does drop a project.
He locked up too. He's another person that you forgot to mention.
R&B. I like Day.
Lucky Day?
No, Day. Day. Yeah.
I heard of Day. I like Lucky Day though. I like Giveon.
His last project was nice.
It was.
I look forward to the next one.
Did you rock with that Brent's last project?
Yeah, Brent album was cool. I like Brent. I'm not the hugest fan of him, but yeah, I think his music is different. It's not meant for everybody.
Definitely. But, that sound is not meant for everybody. Speaking of that, so we know some of your favorite artists and whatnot, right?
Right.
And we ain't gotta even talk about the new ones. Talk about your old ones. We've heard some of our favorite artists put out some terrible music. Not even say terrible music, terrible songs. Out of let's say your top 3 favorite artists, what are some of their worst songs that you've heard?
Worst songs? Oh man, Thug got a few bad ones. I say Thug Superstar with Future. That's trash.
Superstar. I don't know if I know that.
That's off. I don't even know what album that's off of, but
it was. But you've always said you don't like Future and Thug combination.
I hate when Future and Thug. I know the city might hate me for that. I hate Future and Thug are the worst combination. And it's crazy because they are the head honcho of Atlanta. Add Lil Baby in there too, but now I cannot stand it. Lil Baby just dropped a terrible song too. You dig? Where he
that song
Jeezy.
Was. Oh yeah, you dig?
God,
that joint is. Yeah, I'm not. Listen.
My favorite artist though, Kanye. What do you got?
He done drop some shit that you don't like.
Yeah, he done drop some stuff.
What about that Drunken Hot Girls?
I like that song actually.
I do too, but it's not a great song.
I like that song.
It's not a great song. I don't even like the one with him and Wayne, the Barry Bonds. Yeah. That one was bad.
I didn't like that, but it was a good song though. I didn't like it, but I felt like it was a good song.
I think Drunken Hot Girls I like, but it was a terrible song.
I didn't like that remix he did with Shinseya on Donda. I don't even know the name of that shit.
Oh, you didn't like it?
She was rapping for so long.
Oh yeah, that was the second one that she was on.
Part 2 shit.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a fan of the Donda chant. I've been playing. That shit smooth.
Yo, of course you would be a fan of that shit.
Yeah. Oh, Take That Shit to Trial by Thug is terrible. I hate that song.
Is it really?
Yeah. Ghana got some stinkers.
I know Jay had a song back when that's trying to pop when Sean Paul was out.
Oh my god!
And he did
Jay
that
got
song.
A few of them shits.
He did that song with Sean Paul. I was like, yo,
I
on the
know
Blueprint
what girls
too.
like is
Yeah,
terrible.
that shit. Oh, that doom doom. I said, yo, that shit is
terrible.
horrible, bro.
Nas got a bunch of bad songs.
Nas do have, yeah. He just. Drake got a bunch of bad songs. He does have some bad songs.
Takes Go Green is trash. That whole album was trash. He had a couple good songs. That whole album was trash. That last album was terrible.
You know what? They don't say that though. People say when you hear it out in a different situation.
I've heard it. It's not good.
Yeah. Were you out in those situations? Were you on a boat?
Yeah.
Were you on a boat with the silk shirt on? You know what I'm saying? Versace robes.
It didn't sound any different. It was.
Were you in Ibiza with the fucking clear water?
Throwing in extra shit.
That's where they play it at.
Drake last time CLB, well not last, but the one before that. That whole Dark Lanes demo tape was terrible from Drake. Chris Brown album was terrible. There's a lot of people that made bad. Thick from Beyonce is trash.
I haven't heard that one, so I'm not even. I can't even say that one. Oh man. Nah, Beyonce had one song that I didn't like from her self-titled album. Oh man. What was that? It was she had a video for it where she was roller skating and shit. It sounded like that. I did not like that song.
I think I know what you're talking about too. Was it Blow or Kitty Cat?
Yeah, no, it's Blow.
Okay.
I said, yo, get that shit out of here.
They said that's what this album was based on. They said people that like Blow, this album is for you. The Renaissance.
Well, you obviously see, I don't like that shit. That shit was terrible.
Pharrell has been making really bad music for the last few years. He got some shit with 21 Savage that is horrible.
That is horrible, and I'm a fan of 21.
Oh my god.
All right, Pharrell, yo, if you ever hear this, 2 songs that you done made. That one with 21 and Tyler, and then one with Jay. Well, y'all know. Hey, listen, that one, I listened to that shit once, and I was horrified.
It wasn't that bad,
bro. I mean, Jay's verse, cool. The beat just wasn't great, and Pharrell's. I didn't want to hear Pharrell in the back singing that shit.
I liked the Pharrell part. I did.
Yo, guys, we got 2 minutes left. I'm gonna pull up what he said about this, right?
What I was about to say, because Jay-Z had a terrible soundtrack for the Holiday Fall. That shit was trash. That movie he made, them verses was horrendous. Jay-Z sound like he can't rap a lot of times. You ever heard where he has a beat where he doesn't know how to flow? He sounds terrible.
I wouldn't say that. He just keeps one flow. He does the off-beat joint, and you know what I'm saying?
It's so bad, especially when he not really saying nothing that's super clever. Bro, he be trash sometimes.
I won't say he's trash. He just he's not as good as he's lived up to be.
That shit with DJ Khaled and Nas was trash. That's another beat.
Actually,
and another beat. It's terrible.
You understand the double and triple entendres, though.
It doesn't make it good, bro.
Yo, listen, it just went over your head.
It doesn't make it good.
It was solid.
Nobody is applauding that verse.
It was solid. It was solid. You know what I'm saying?
That shit wasn't good either, so it's okay.
The whole song
just wasn't good.
Stop
first of all, on DJ Khaled.
I'm about to say when DJ Khaled does it, it doesn't really.
DJ Khaled music is terrible.
DJ Music Khaled.
Except for Rihanna shit. That Wild Thoughts is fire.
That Wild Thoughts is amazing.
That Wild Thoughts is fire. Hey, shout out to Rihanna for cooking Beyonce every chance she gives. That's another topic.
Yo, the Beehive gonna be after you.
Rihanna's better.
Hey, listen, you might get our fans up for, you know what I'm saying, this Beehive. You might get more views for this shit. Shit on Beyonce again.
Rihanna be making that shit.
You see how Khalees had to take them credits away? Give me that.
Khalees got exactly what she asked for.
Give me
Beyonce
that shit.
Stop stealing shit all the time.
She said she said that word for that. She said spaz. Took that shit off too. Bully.
Why would you say it if she can't say it?
Nigga, that ain't got shit to do with me, though. I'm not an artist. I ain't big enough. Hey. It just happens, you know what I'm saying?
People make bad music. It is what it is. Everybody has one bad album except a few. Except a select few. Like select few. Franco. What are you talking about? Franco has no bad music.
No bad music?
No, sir.
Oh, he got some bad songs out there.
Frank Ocean has never put together a bad recording of anything in his life.
You know what? Time is up for listening to that shit.
Frank Ocean is better than everybody. That's all I got to say.
No, he's not.
He's better than everybody.
No, he's not. Yo, I'm bringing it back to R&B real quick one more time.
Sir, the GOAT genre.
You know, it honestly is, and
I agree. It's the best music.
But as it might be the best music, do you feel like it's dead at this point? Like, is R&B dead yet?
Yeah, I think R&B's been dead for a long time. for a very long time. I mean, you got people saying the king of R&B is Chris Brown. Chris Brown be making pop music like a motherfucker.
Okay.
So if he's the king of it,
I mean, you had Jacquees running around
that's
saying
my
that
point,
shit.
and that's what I'm saying.
when you have the audacity to say that,
yeah, you bringing up Keith Sweat, like YK Osiris to get into the mix, like it's nasty right now. I mean, Trey Songz is done. He's cooked with the rape shit, the rape allegations.
No, gosh, he another R. Kelly sounding a little bit worse.
Giveon can't hit a high note.
Certain people just shouldn't hit the high notes. You should try.
I agree. I'm saying he ain't got the voice for it.
Yeah,
I mean, Brent Faiyaz doesn't make traditional R&B. He has a new style.
Yeah, exactly.
Division trying new. They stinking it up with.
That first of all, that song was fucking
the
disgusting.
song was horrendous.
Horrible.
Ty Dolla $ign is a feature artist. He can't really sing like that. Party Next Door is cooked. Even though I did like his last album, Party Mobile. That shit was nice, but still.
Yeah, but he put on some old shit again. But.
So I mean, Frank Ocean is nowhere to be found, for God's sakes.
And the Weeknd make pop music, so it don't matter.
The Weeknd makes pop music.
He makes pop music. So.
Miguel's been terrible his last like 2-3 projects. Alicia Keys is horrible.
First of all, Alicia Keys
is the worst person.
She needs to retire.
Yeah.
I mean, that legacy that she had just kind of got ruined for the last like 2 albums she dropped.
Yeah.
That shit was disgusting.
I do like Summer Walker. Summer Walker's she's good, but she's not good enough to hold down the genre by herself.
I like her.
SZA is nice. She don't never drop nothing either. So, yeah, R&B is just nowhere to be found. And traditional.
See, I like Summer. I like SZA.
Okay.
I like Jasmine Sullivan.
Jasmine Sullivan, you right. But she just not. She don't got. She's not big enough to have the impact.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Ari put out some shit. But I mean, she only dropped one album, I think.
Yeah, she dropped a Shea Butter a long time ago.
And
but yeah, I
like her. You don't like her?
Next.
Her.
Jasmine Sullivan has the best R&B project in like the last 5 years. Yeah,
that Hotels is great.
Yeah, that Hotel is amazing, and the Deluxe was amazing. Yeah, so she's just better than everybody right now. So
but she can sing better than everybody,
and she had good music.
Yeah,
so you got to match them, and she had substance. God damn, y'all stink. Jasmine Sullivan cooking y'all. Some Walker held it down too, but it wasn't better.
As you say, all these people, right?
Okay.
Here's what I feel like part of R&B where it lacks. Like, remember, like R&B used to be like love songs.
Right.
To me, it's no longer love songs.
Yeah, it's I feel like everybody is trying to make Donnell Jones Where I Want to Be.
Okay.
For entire careers.
That's my shit too. That's my shit too. Yeah.
I think that's what everybody wants to do. It's really no love no more. But that speaks to the generation, like I was saying earlier. So.
It is.
I mean the music gonna reflect the times we in, right?
And then the music reflects all of what the rappers trying to be singers trying to be rappers. So it all coincides. The auto tune, it all sounds alike. You know, your production isn't the same. You know, your melodies not the same. It's just like
your melodies
not the same. It's just like like you said, it's the Dono Joe's Where I Want to Be, or it's just like I'm pretty much if these rappers talking about doing drugs and fucking hoes, that's what I'm doing too.
Facts. Yeah.
It's like. That's not what I'm listening to you for. This is the late night. I'm trying to the smooth. I'm in love, like the real cool shit. Like I care about you. I'm not trying to shit on you. It's like nah, though. We shit on everybody no matter what we doing.
I mean, but you gotta think, bro. That's what people like. They catering to their audience. You know what I mean?
That's why your album sells stink. And Beyonce. Damn, sold 100,000. Nasty ass shit.
It is what it is, man. Manure on the shit, man. This shit's stinky around here, but it is what it is. When they cater to the audience, you see how people tweet. You see the videos they post. You see the content. They cater to the audience. They like that toxic. They like that I don't need nobody type shit. So the music gonna reflect that.
That shit is disgusting, by the way.
I honestly think, you know what's crazy? I think if the music was to change, you will see a change in how people act.
Completely agree.
I think.
I mean, and it's no offense, you know what I'm saying? Because there's not many people that say much, but like with women talking about, I don't need a man for this, I don't need I think it will change that dynamic too.
Yeah.
Completely.
I mean, I can't relate because no woman has ever told me that, so I don't know what's going on with the world. But
I'm talking about the tweets. That's what they tweet.
I don't follow them.
Yeah. Ooh, you ain't seen nobody retweet it? You got some friends that don't retweet it?
I don't know one.
I ain't gonna call you out. No, it's one of our friends. I ain't gonna call you out.
Mine is putting that filth on my timeline for me to see. Just keeping it 100.
We gonna call you out. But I ain't gonna say it now. But I ain't gonna say it now. So you got any? So you've been in like with all the love missing and like rap like little situations like you've been in love before, right? Ooh, don't say that out loud.
That's a tough one.
Don't say it out loud. All right. Well, you've been in like relationships where like you've been heartbroken before.
Ooh. Have I?
Okay. All right. Fuck it. You've been in a relationship before, right?
Ooh,
shit. God damn.
Yeah, I've been in a relationship.
You've dealt with women before, right?
Of course.
All right, cool.
Of course, several of them.
You've ever had like some of these, probably not the new sound, but like you've had some like music that kind of hit home for you.
Yeah, of course. That's what R&B do. It touched the heart every time.
Any like specific songs that you know what I'm saying, just like kind of hit you. And they don't even necessarily have to relate to your situation. It could be a song that you and Shorty vibe to, and it just like
for sure.
Now that you.
So Prince "Adore," which is probably got to be top 10 greatest R&B songs of all time.
Okay.
Yeah. And if y'all don't know that song,
they need to go check it out.
You need to go listen to Prince "Adore" immediately. Joe, I Want to Know. You know what I mean? Whitney Hutton, Whitney Houston. Excel, shoot,
baby, shoot. Oh, that's that shit.
I didn't even know that came from Wayne to Excel, but that's neither here.
You tried to shit on me when I played it that one time.
That's why I heard it the first time. Aaliyah, she remade this. Choosy Lover from the Isley Brothers, and Aaliyah remade it. Mm-hmm. Come on, man, it's a bunch of that shit.
That was a good one.
Isley Brothers, Between the Sheets.
Sir
Satisfaction.
Oh, you got the classics. My gosh.
I'm keep going, man. Giveon, Trying to Be. He just dropped that.
Okay.
The male version of the not gay version of Frank Ocean, Forrest Gump. All these shits, man. I listen to R&B. I'm an R&B dude, man. I get that rap up out of here. I just do that for the turn up. What you got that you related to?
I mean,
Name some classics. Don't say no bullshit.
Nah, whoa, don't just
saying you don't really listen to R&B like that, my bro.
I do, but my bag is in a duffel bag. It's different, we got bricks in there. But no, I mean like certain ones, like like I had some songs that was dope, like that I related to with some people. Like I just kind of like connected with you off a song, like Superstar.
Okay,
Usher. You Don't Know My Name. I don't know if you remember that one, but that was a song.
Yes, I know.
Okay. That was when she was.
I know when she was in her bag. Yeah, I agree.
John B. They Don't Know.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember that one.
I know the song. I'm not the biggest. I don't got my memory defeats.
I mean, Donald Jones is one of them as well. I mean, what's it called? Boys to Men, End of the Road.
Are you saying all the most cliche shit in the world? Where your bag at, bro? Say where your bag at?
I don't want to get deep in my bag, man.
I don't R&B
listen,
songs, dog.
Listen. My R&B bag, it gets deep when I'm in my feelings. That happens very rarely.
Name one.
That happens very rarely.
Name one.
Nah. You know what I'm gonna name? I'm gonna name Benny the Butcher.
I said R&B.
We're not talking about R&B no more. That was for you. That was for you.
I got nothing, man. I got several songs. I listen to R&B. I do R&B shit, man. Frank Ocean, what's it called? Is it?
See, like Frank Ocean, Swim Good is my joint.
I like Frank Ocean, Swim Good. I fuck with Kalani and
I don't listen enough.
Footsteps with Music Soul Child. I mean, damn, the list goes on.
See, like The Weeknd, Call Out My Name was one of them.
Call Out My Name
was that joint.
For sure.
There's just like it just depends. Cause I mean I go back and listen to the old ones, but it ain't something I just like kind of like thrive on. Like, cause a lot of people don't necessarily. They only know the older ones because of their parents, but are they going back to listen to it? Yeah. So like I didn't form like sometimes I'll listen to a song, but I ain't formed like if I'm around a shorty or whatever, or that wasn't the song that we bonded over. Like, oh man, we went back to that and that was it. Like I mean, I even go back to listen to one of my favorite songs just by myself was, it wasn't Beyonce's song, Dangerously in Love.
Your bag stinks, bro. Your catalog is absolutely horrendous.
First of all, that's not just my catalog. Bro. It was just some songs that came off the top of the dome.
I go Case, Not Your Friend. You know what I'm saying? Go listen to Your Girlfriend Wants to Get With Me. I can tell how she looks at me.
Okay.
Listen, man. I go Bob Marley, Lauryn Hill. Turn the Lights Down. Come on, man. Turn your lights down, Lord.
That's why you're not a singer.
I go Lauryn Hill, X Factor. Come on, man. My bag is crazy. I do the R&B thing though, bro. You out here naming
so
stinky shit, man.
Stinky shit?
Yes.
Is it stinky because you didn't listen to it?
It's stinky because it's the most common cliche. I could look up a list and them songs will pop the fuck up.
Not necessarily. You ain't go back and listen to End of the Road.
I don't like it.
You a lie.
I go to I go to Jodeci Alone. You know what I'm saying? I go to Jodeci, what that is, Cry For You. Come on, man. I go Drew Hill Beauty. I go Drew Hill Boyfriend. I do this, man.
Oh, that's what you do?
I listen to R&B, though. That's my vibe. I'm a, you know what I'm saying, a peaceful, serene individual.
I'm not.
Nice, you know what I'm saying, long walks on the beach and nature
man.
and all that, man. I need my peace of mind.
Long walk through
These are the things you cannot buy. Yeah, Tim's. Tim's.
That's cliche right now in 2022. See, I'm long walks on the street with Tim's on, hoodie on. that's my long walk.
It's the problem with this generation. It's the problem with society, man.
Whoa.
We need more peaceful, serene individuals. I even go rock and roll them. I go goddamn Rolling Stones, Beasts of Burden. You know what I'm saying? I go Paul McCartney them. You know what I mean?
See, but you don't know if you don't go rock and roll because you don't know Coheed and Cambria. Welcome Home. You don't know that. You don't know Weezer Say It Ain't So?
I know Weezer Memories. Yeah, I go Sweet Dreams Are Made of These. I go all that. And I go Gwen Stefani, you know what I'm saying? I go Sweet Escape. I go Works All Hard and Down and Beat and the luxury shit.
Bananas, that's what you be singing?
Shit hard. Keep talking about, man. And I go when she was in the group. What's her name? She was in a group called Doubter, No Doubt, or some shit like that. Yeah, I know Gwen Stefani. I know this, man. I having a music bag.
Why you ain't go back to Pink too?
I don't listen to Pink. I go Britney Spears though.
Ooh, Toxic?
No, oops, I did it again.
Man,
cut it out, man. Cut it out, man.
You know, I'm a slave for you.
I would never.
You don't know about?
I would never in my life sing that.
No. I mean, it was a white woman.
I don't
Hey, look, listen, we're closing this out because this nigga ain't gonna keep talking about this R&B shit. Now we shoot.
My bag is crazy, man. If anybody want to go with the verses, the R&B thing, you know what I'm saying, I already cleaned him up.
No, you didn't.
And I cleaned up a close associate.
Actually,
I was winning. Correct.
Oh, my fault. You had all Atlanta people in here. That's what it was. Because as soon as I played that Whitney Houston shoot,
you bringing up unnecessary information.
No, that's very necessary. That was very necessary.
I was winning.
But how much? Because you was cleaning
quite
up
a few, and I go no, brown sugar and all that. Come on.
You was cleaning up our other.
We
was cleaning our.
This individual would not be named solely for her security and privacy reasons,
listen.
and to save her embarrassment. She got cleaned up.
Cleaned all the way up.
But I was winning. What we did was.
Hey man, we ain't gonna talk about it, yo. I appreciate y'all for tuning in again.
You know what I mean? We know what Usher did to him, man. Cleaned him.
Yo, tune in again, man. We be back. Better Left Unsaid.